To me, the value of music education and life in music is the relationships that you make through those connections and the creativity that comes from collaboration. When we create together, we can do things beyond what any of us could do individually. At the Firehouse, that's the kind of community that we're trying to create.
Being that I've seen so many new things come to Birmingham before, that had these large dreams about what the music community could be to Birmingham, the way that this is being approached is probably the best one that I've seen, just because it has the future of music in mind.
The idea that there's this space that anybody could walk by, they hear music coming out of it, they want to check it out, they walk inside and realize there's an opportunity for them there. No matter who they are, that's really exciting. The idea that we could invite other people to come into this community and help those opportunities happen. Ideally, in the first year, we get the space to the place where we have the ability to bring students in and give them lessons in the space that we've dreamed of, which is, having these nice little practice rooms, these nice little teaching rooms that are soundproof, but inviting and welcoming, having a common space where kids can meet other kids in the community.
Eric has got a great vision for the building, from everything from lesson rooms to a recording studio. I think it's one of the best buildings in Avondale. It's got great character, it's got high ceilings, and really look forward to what it's going to become.
Well, this place has meant a lot to me for the last 11 years. It's been not only my home, but a really important place as a teacher and a musician. When I was growing up in Birmingham, the spaces where you could come together and create without any sort of limitations put on you were the most inspiring to me. My only nebulous goal was to keep this a space to live, a community to be a part of, and a space to create.
Last year was a huge year. We came with a big ask, and our community came together, and we raised $60,000 to put together this really, really cool learning space upstairs. There are rooms where you can learn from world-class musician that lives in Birmingham. There are rooms where you can make as much noise as you want playing in a band with your friends. I remember the night that we came together as a team, board members, a couple of teachers, me, and tore down all the walls upstairs, creating this blank canvas that we could all watch turn into what we have today. It was this really, really cool moment watching our whole team come in there and do that together. And then a few months later, when everything was finished, it finished the same way that it started, with everyone coming together. We had a few big painting parties and really just counted on everybody to pitch in and help. And the community center that this is has definitely been put together with the hands of every member of this community.
The upstairs has changed dramatically, obviously, with all the construction that was happening up there.
It's kind of funner because it's cooler. There's different instruments in the two rooms here. Also, there's been paint and a lot of changing upstairs.
The band practice rooms are the awesomest thing ever. They're sound isolated, so if you have that door closed and everyone else has their door closed, you can hardly hear anything. But the funny thing about that is you can hear it very well on the outside, so people walking by on the street are just getting blasted with rock and roll.
It was an empty space, but now it's vibrant and colorful. Much more can happen.
It's so much fun to come up here in the afternoons and see lots of different students and teachers working together, bands working in practice rooms. There's a lot more activity here.
I definitely got a more experience in the overall people and the way it's looking now. It's kind of nice. Seeing a lot of people and gathered new bonds that I never thought I'd have.
I see people that I haven't seen before, and instructors and students. They're all very nice and really welcoming and warm. We have people that'll come and watch our lessons and talk to us about how their week's been with all the new faces and new people. It's great to see.
There's so many different teachers with different interests and different styles of music that they like. Really, there's someone for anybody here, and there's something for anybody here. So
it's really exciting to look back on what we said we were going to do and walk in the door today and, hey, this is happening, and it's happening on a scale that I didn't even think was possible. At the end of the summer, as the construction project was nearing completion, we had this really fun block party that we're going to start doing every year. Outside, we put up a stage. You could hear us all over the neighborhood. And it was this awesome opportunity for some great local bands, some involving teachers, student bands, collaborations to happen in a setting where everyone could see it. Everybody could come and look at what we had built, hear the students play, and just take in what this year's been all about for us. Looking back over the past year, everything that we set out to do, we're opening the door every day and we're doing it. And that's a really cool feeling. And it has me really excited for what we're gonna be able to do with phase 2 of this building. And that's build a recording studio next door. I feel very strongly that the ultimate goal of learning an instrument is learning to play with your friends. Learning to play with your friends, the ultimate goal of that is to put it out into the world. That's what legitimizes your art. That's what makes you feel like what you've created is taking on some kind of life that you couldn't imagine breathing into it in any other way. And having a space that's accessible for anyone to go and be able to do that, I think is huge for a community like ours, the one that we've created here.
This whole first year has been just about laying the groundwork for building this community. The future to me is all about building on what we've already done, but also making sure that anybody in this neighborhood who wants an opportunity to learn is going to get it. That they're going to have access to the teachers, to the instruments, to the space, to other kids who are making music, but also growing our facility, creating a recording studio where kids can come in and learn how to record themselves, which will empower them to really have their hands on all different phases of the creative process and learn how to use their voice in a really productive way.
Eric's vision from living here seems to be very community-based, so the more money we can raise to help scholarships and students that may not be able to normally afford it would be great. And then the same with the studio. If we can introduce people to music, some that have the means that can support it and some that don't, would be success.